Welcome back to the Gamers Hall. I'm Chris.
And I'm Adam.
And today we're going to be doing a subclass review, Paladin builds.
Definitely over the top. Like this is what a lot of Paladins want to do when they fight.
Yeah, and this is the Oath of Battle Paladin subclass.
Yeah. Let's just go ahead and say one of its tenets is to lead from the front. So this is going to show you where this thing is heading towards. It definitely does that.
So let's start off with the expanded spell list.
Yeah. And this is where, honestly, some of the greatest power comes into this subclass right now. And we're going to talk about some strong stuff. But this right here, giving any paladin these spells seems a little too good.
Yeah, a lot of too good, honestly. So, as soon as you hit 3rd level, Healing Word. As soon as you hit 3rd level, Healing Word.
I have Paladin with Healing Word.
Yeah.
Great.
Shield.
What? So, yeah, if you're a Paladin with combat casting, all you have to do is have your holy symbol on you or whatever, shield and sword in hand, you can extra 5 AC. Any given time. You got a spell slot free? Extra 5 AC. This is what tank builds are built off of being able to at any given time say, nah, my AC's like 29. And this does it, starts doing it at 3rd level.
Yep. 5th level, Flame Blade, Spiritual Weapon.
Strong. Flame Blade doesn't get used a lot because it's a wizard spell and sorcerer spell, and they usually don't want to be up close.
Now you have an elemental attack.
Yeah, you literally now have a person that wants to be in the middle of combat with a flaming sword. And spiritual weapon, just good.
Yeah, it's extra free attacks. No concentration required.
Nope. Just good. Never bad. Beacon of Hope at 9th and Spirit Guardians.
Oh, Paladin with Spirit Guardians. Nasty
You already want to be in the middle of this. And on top of that, because you're going to start giving your charisma to your saving throws, your concentration goes up. Concentration checks, the chance of you losing concentration is very low. You're most likely already had combat casting. You're not dropping Spirit Guardians. This guy's in the thick of it, just damage all the time.
Yep. Guardian of Faith, Stone Skin.
Yet again, another wizard spell that wizards will typically use when they know they're going to get messed up. They're going to pop this and say, I'm resistant to damage. And this guy is already in the front, already going, oh, I'm going to mess somebody up. You ain't killing me.
Yep. Then you got Greater Restoration and Mass Cure Wounds.
You fix the worst problem, and then you heal everybody. So these are all really good Paladin spells. In fact, just going all the way to 20th level in Paladin just because you get access to these spells wouldn't be bad.
No.
Like, already saying, I don't need a multi-class for anything else. I'm already built into what spells I'll need extra.
Yeah, it's strong. The spell list alone, strong.
Strong.
But let's go into those Channel Divinities.
Channel Divinity, you get one Channel Divinity as a Paladin, but you get it back at every short and long rest. First one's Sacred Armor. You get to add your Charisma modifier to your AC for 1 full minute as long as you're wearing armor and you're not unconscious. That's a big buff.
Huge.
I mean, most likely that might be +2, probably maybe +3.
That's a Shield of Faith, if not better, depending on what you make your Charisma.
Mm-hmm.
That requires no concentration.
None. Just, I have a +2 AC. Anytime, even if we go with +2, anytime you reduce something by a 10% chance of it doing something, it's huge. And this guy's already going over the top. He has this and shield.
The other Channel Divinity you might possibly use is Sacred Shield. You can imbue your shield with positive energy. Any ranged attacks that are going towards your friendly allies within 30 feet of you are now all redirected to you.
Any ranged attack.
Including spells.
Yes. Any. As long as that spell doesn't have some random auto hit or it's not an area effect, if they roll a dice and it says magic ranged, or any type of ranged, straight to you.
Yeah.
That's a magic item that is used.
Magic missiles going towards one of your friends? No, it's not.
Yeah.
They hit you.
For 1 full minute. And remember, this guy can have shield. So he can, one full volley of arrows, he just takes it.
Yep.
Later on, he has stone skin. He just shrugs any of these hits off.
Yep.
And he already has a high saving throws for all this other random stuff. So,
and this stays up also for a minute, as long as the paladin's not unconscious.
And he has a shield.
And he is holding his shield.
The utility of that is way stronger than people give it credit for. I have had a character that used this magic shield, and it worked really well all the time, especially for like barbarians or whatever. This shield's great, but now you got a high AC guy just saying, yeah, no, all these hit. Try to hit me. Good luck.
Yeah.
Definitively the strongest part of this entire class.
Aura of Battle. 7th level, the aura you put out within 10 feet of you, enemies cannot gain advantage on attack rolls against you and creatures within 10 feet of you while you are conscious.
Nobody gets advantage. That means even spells that like hold person that would make you incapacitated, they do not have advantage. If you're prone, they do not have advantage.
If you're stunned,
they do not have advantage. If you don't see them coming, they do not have advantage. You are immune to advantage. As long as you're not asleep, you know everything's coming.
Yeah, you just have to be conscious. That's it.
Barbarians, reckless attack. You don't have advantage.
By the way, at 18th level, this expands to 30 feet.
Yeah, I mean, just like all the other paladin auras, it gets better with age. This one is really good. I mean, there are some strong ones, but the fact that you take away a key mechanic of 5th edition, this is totally the 5th edition. But 5th edition which is at gaining advantage and disadvantage. The fact that you completely nullify one of those core mechanics to the game is so strong, because there's many spells that say you gain advantage. This happens, you get advantage. You could be poisoned or some other random effects. They don't get advantage to you.
Yeah, they don't have advantage versus you.
Versus you. I mean, any of that.
Yeah.
Really strong.
Now, the 15th level ability, this is the most underwhelming thing about this subclass, and it's still amazing.
It's still really good.
You are always under the effect of the Divine Favor spell.
And since you're already this high, you already have gotten the improved Smite class feature, which means you always add an extra D8 radiant damage to all your attacks, regardless of whether you're smiting or not. So you're doing always an extra D8 and D4 with all of your attacks.
Oh, and if you crit, guess what? That's an extra 2d4 now.
Yeah. That might seem underwhelming, but how many times has your DM looked at you and said, oh, he's got 1 hit point?
Yeah.
That 1d4 is that many times that DM's going, ah, crap.
Not to mention, I mean, this is all your attacks. You could literally backhand somebody.
Yeah, you punch them, D4. Now this might be the paladin you go 2 weapons with, because you're getting so much more advantage of having extra attacks.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And the last one, which is the Avatar. Yeah, you got to get to level 20, but man, is this level 20 worth it?
Yeah, this is one of those level 20s where it's you want to go full in this class,
yeah,
just to get this, because it's the weight is, it's worth it.
Yeah, this is, and oddly enough, most of the Avatar for oaths that you get are like, I'm going to be really good against one thing, or I'm going to be really good in this. I could take hits. I can do this one situation. This is one of the first ones that says, "Oh, is there a lot of things that I need to fight that we need to wade through? I don't need to wait for the wizard to be great at this. I'm going to destroy them." So, what it is for 1 minute, when you hit an enemy with a weapon attack, if they have fewer than 30 hit points, they drop to 0. You don't need to roll damage. If they're at 29 hit points, boop, down. Additionally, after you make the attack action as a bonus action, you get to make another free attack against anything you haven't attacked yet. Which means you can go boop, 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 3 things down as long as you hit.
Yeah. It's strong.
I mean, some people might not think that's amazing, but especially against resilient creatures, against things that have resistance to some types of damage or any of that.
Creatures that summon other creatures.
Yeah. You can hit them and drop them. All you have to do is hit. The fact that you take out the whole rolling of damage is a big bonus.
Sometimes you need that person that says, listen, we need to focus on this guy. Can you take out all the minions?
Yeah.
I got this. Pop, pop, pop.
Yeah, and then he stays within 30 feet of the allies, so nobody can get advantage on the allies. So he's just running circles around his allies, annihilating everything that's around him. Oh, by the way, he also casted the Sacred Shield because he doesn't need 2 weapons for this fight. He's going to have a shield. So now
he doesn't need the extra AC.
Yeah, he doesn't really need the Sacred Shield with this. While he's using a shield, he can pop the Channel Divinity at the same time. So now all ranged effects go to him. So he's mowing the horde down, protecting the group from combat advantage, while protecting them all from range stuff. So that pesky demon in the back or devil in the back throwing random range stuff is having to hit this juggernaut of battle.
Yeah,
with no advantage.
Yeah. This subclass is exactly what it is. Oath of Battle. You are the most battle-ridden paladin there is.
Yeah. By the way, that was the good. The bad.
Because there's a whole lot of good. The bad.
Doesn't do anything outside of combat.
Yeah. There's not a whole lot bad about this subclass other than the fact that outside of combat, he's got nothing.
No, nothing. Except for he can't get advantage on him, which is only matters for attacks. So he's basically always ready for combat.
Yeah. Outside of combat, unless you've got some really good stats, this guy's not going to be doing a whole lot outside of combat. It's built for combat, and that's exactly what it is.
That's exactly what he does.
So
he's looking for the next battle.
Outside of combat, the player is going to have to work hard to make sure that they roleplay enough to drop those DCs down.
He's going to be very dependent upon the rest of his party to get him to the battle. He's a paladin, the normal paladin stuff, but this guy is searching for one thing and one thing only. That's not too bad, but that is bad if you don't have outside utility, because only a quarter to a third of actual D&D game really takes place in combat. Most of the time. Most of it takes place outside of combat.
Yeah, but if you want to be that silent, strong type, here you go.
Yeah, man, it's so overwhelmingly good on the front end that the back end bad is just kind of like...
Yeah, when it comes to exploration, when it comes to talking to people, you're going to have trouble. You're going to have to rely on the rest of the party.
I guess the good thing is really that the bad is you're outside of combat, you're so bad, but the fact that you're so good in combat regardless, all your items that you pick up or anything else, how you talk and all that stuff, could literally be going to pumping up the outside because you're so good. You're so good on the front end. You could spend time picking up any of the other stuff. You could pick up feats for languages. Because you know what? You don't need a feat to be good in combat. You're already good in combat.
You're giving everything to be good at combat.
You could pick up extra spells. Your stat points could go into things like charisma. Oh my gosh, you could just... This is also one of the ones you also don't need. You could just say pluses and stats.
Well, yeah, a plus two. Good. A plus 2 will get you pretty much good on all of it.
Yeah, it's so straightforward and streamlined.
Yes. Let's get into the role play.
Let's get into the role play wise, dimensional. There are definitely examples, really good examples of how actual fun this guy could be to role play. And honestly, your roleplay is going to come so heavy in combat, but this is where you really can play it up.
Yeah, like The Mountain,
Yeah.
Game of Thrones. No one cared about his personality. No one cared about him. Outside of actual fighting, he basically just stood there and was still and didn't say a whole lot. But when combat came up, this man showed up and wrecked.
Yeah, his mere presence in anywhere made things happen. Like if you roleplay is getting out your name as I am this unstoppable force, and that's what you roleplay. And even your allies could roleplay around you of like, here comes the mountain. You know, the only person that cared about him was his brother, really. That's it. And you could roleplay that out. Like, literally, you have somebody who wants to kill you because of who you are. And roleplay that to the nines of, I am this unstoppable force.
Yeah. Hey, guess what, guys? We got a Hulk.
Yeah. Speaking, well, the Hulk is also one, too. He gets, the madder he gets, the more he wrecks. And he is definitely up there. Sacred Shield is him, or Sacred Shield and Armor, hulking out.
Yeah.
Or a battle. You can't really get the advantage on the Hulk very well.
No, because his regeneration factor and everything.
Yeah. He's blessed in battle.
That Avatar estate, he's just wrecking everything.
It really made him mad. The Juggernaut is another one.
I'm the Juggernaut!
Outside of battle, not very nuanced. He does a little bit later, but inside of battle, I mean, he's got the shield spell running in front of him.
Yeah.
Stone skin.
Imagine throwing this up against the players.
Yeah. An Oath of Battle Paladin will make most players, as a DM, probably go, are you cheating?
Yeah. No, this is the Juggernaut. What are you guys talking about?
Yeah.
It literally takes 6 of y'all to take this guy on.
Yeah. Also, a video game character, if you enjoy the Dynasty Wars series.
He's also historical.
He's also a historical figure as well.
And in anime now.
Right. But truly, for what we're going for video game characters, and if you know the Dynasty Warriors thing, you'll know the name Lu Bu, which is, in all intents and purposes, a paladin of battle. He rides a horse, a really strong horse. He's the scariest thing on the field. When he shows up, things go down. He's the hardest thing you're going to fight, bar none. And every hit he does, somebody goes down. Somebody goes down.
Yeah.
He goes down. Like, that's what he does. He's level 20 out the gate. Avatar battle. We had several examples of. Obviously, this is an easy one to focus on a role play, but I feel as if the fun of this is the over the top nature of how much this guy is in fights. Like, you probably will make, if you play this right, role play wise, you will make battles so much more enjoyable. As like when somebody rolls to hit you, your DM can say, I was supposed to roll advantage. And you could say, well, as he shot the arrow that should have caught me, I turned to look as my instinctive battle nature does. And as it should hit me, I grab it with both my fingers and throw it down. You know? Silly things like that of like just, this guy gets hit and you see the faint shimmer of a small shield that pops up, and only that location of where he was going to get hit, because he's so just battle is such second nature to him. He doesn't need a big shield to pop up for him. He doesn't need that. He just needs where you were going to hit him. That's it.
tiny little shield shows up. Tick, 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 tick.
Just disdainfully looks at your weak attempt to kill him.
But yeah.
And even that, go bare knuckles. He's like, I'll kill you without a weapon. Let's go.
Well, no, some of these do require a weapon.
But not the blessed of battle. He beats people up with his bare fist because he's just that good.
Yeah. Yeah, it's true.
But that's the role play. Go full in on this over the top battle. Like if you're playing this guy, and if you're a min-maxer and you know you're going to do this, look, listen. this is your roleplay moment of like, how awesome can you truly be at battle? Just play that up.
Oh yeah.
Like your allies can even roleplay with that sitting in the back going, yeah, he's got this. We'll wait.
Or this is where you give the bard the chance, like, listen, I'm good at combat. I suck at words. I need you to hype me up for battles. I need you to try and get me the one-on-one fights.
I've thought of another one right now. In Warhammer Fantasy, there is a character named Gotrix. And there's a whole series about Gotrek and Felix. And he is literally an avatar of battle because he's cursed to never die. He has this big axe and he goes into fights. He mows over everything and he has a bard behind him that is to tell the story of his death. So he's literally hired this bard to tell how he dies. Because in that, dwarves or slayers, they are meant to die in a heroic death. So maybe you are Gotrek that is trying to find your heroic death, but you're so good, you evade it constantly. You cannot die. So you are actively seeking battle to die. Your only purpose is to die. And the only time you'll allow somebody to keep you alive is because the next big bad thing you know is coming. And that's the thing you should die against. And this guy has taken on all the nastiest things possible. The greatest demons and won. The craziest leaders and won. And still can't die.
Yeah.
Be fun.
Oh, it'll be a lot of fun. If you guys like the content we're putting out, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
Yep. Hit that bell notification on the bottom so you know when we drop more content. And leave us a comment. You know, tell us more of these over-the-top characters that you could roleplay. Yeah. Let's have a list going of like who is Oath of Battle in the world.
Tell us how OP you think this build is.
Yeah,
because it's pretty strong.
Yeah. And by the way, just keep rolling nat 20s because nobody else has advantage on you.
Take care, guys.